Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the news from Saba Satellite Channel. Here are tonight's top stories.
President Al-Alimi meets Saudi Defense Minister Prince Khalid bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz on bilateral relations.
PLC member Sultan Al-Arada launches Marib Police Training Year.
United Nations chief warns Israel to ICJ over laws targeting UNRWA.
Welcome back and to the details. President of the Presidential Leadership Council, Dr. Rashad Al-Alimi, met today with Saudi Arabia's Minister of Defense, Khalid bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz. In the presence of several PLC members and Prime Minister Salim Saleh bin Break, Prince Khalid bin Salman conveyed the greetings of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, along with their wishes for security, stability and peace. The meeting reviewed fraternal relations, recent national developments, joint efforts to normalize conditions, strengthen state institutions in the temporary capital Aden and other liberated areas, and ease humanitarian suffering.
President Al-Alimi expressed appreciation for Saudi Arabia's role in de-escalation, protecting civilians, hosting the South-South dialogue, and its continued humanitarian and development support. Prince Khalid bin Salman reaffirmed the kingdom's support for the Presidential Leadership Council and the government, announcing directives to provide economic support and development programs worth 1.9 billion Saudi riyals through the Saudi Program for the Development and Reconstruction of Yemen.
Member of the Presidential Leadership Council, Major General Sultan Al-Arada, inaugurated the 2026 training year for Marib Governorate police units in the presence of senior Interior Ministry and local security officials. At the ceremony, Al-Arada conveyed greetings from Dr. Rashad Al-Alimi, President of the Presidential Leadership Council and Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, reaffirming the leadership's commitment to developing security institutions and strengthening the role in maintaining stability. Al-Arada said current challenges require heightened vigilance, discipline, and coordination among security and military bodies to protect public and private property, uphold the rule of law, and preserve state authority. He stressed that security is a shared national responsibility and a cornerstone for development, calling for stronger community engagement, respect for the law, and human rights to build public trust. He also praised the performance of Marib police units over the past year and reaffirmed continued support for training and capacity building programs. The event concluded with an inspection parade showcasing the readiness, equipment, and operational preparedness for Marib police units.
Speaker of the Shura Council, Ahmed Ubaid bin Dagr, met today with the European Union Ambassador to Yemen, Patrick Simonet, to review recent developments and international efforts to support peace and stability. The meeting, attended by Deputy Speaker of the Shura Council, Wahi Aman, discussed developments in liberated governorates, particularly Hadramaut and Al-Mahra, and the steps taken by the Presidential Leadership Council, led by Rashad Mohammed Al-Alimi, and the government to normalize security and services and restore daily life. The talks also addressed ways to enhance cooperation with the European Union in humanitarian, development and political fields in support of government efforts to rebuild the state institutions. Bin Dagr highlighted the role of the Arab coalition led by the Saudi Arabia in supporting civilians and stability, and welcomed Saudi Arabia's hosting of the South-South Dialogue Conference as a platform to advance dialogue on the southern issue. For his part, Ambassador Simonet reaffirmed the European Union support for the Presidential Leadership Council and its commitment to Yemen's unity and territorial integrity as cooperation continues to advance peace and development efforts.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates, Dr. Shaya Zindani, held talks via video conference with the United Nations Resident Coordinator in Yemen, Julian Harney, on enhancing humanitarian and development cooperation. The meeting reviewed the work of UN agencies and programs operating in Yemen, particularly their humanitarian and development interventions, the level of coordination with the government, and the importance of strengthening this coordination to support sustainable development and improve humanitarian conditions. Minister Zindani expressed the government's appreciation for the efforts of UN organizations in supporting the Yemeni people and alleviating humanitarian suffering, reaffirming the government's readiness to enhance cooperation and facilitate UN operations to ensure efficient and effective delivery of assistance. For his part, the UN Resident Coordinator welcomed the government's cooperation and facilitation of UN activities, reaffirming the organization's commitment to strengthen partnership with the government and continuing support for humanitarian and development efforts aimed at promoting stability and easing civilian suffering.
The Republic of Yemen said peace remains possible but requires a serious partner and a firmer international approach that shifts from managing the conflict to supporting the state. In a statement to the United Nations Security Council, Yemen's permanent representative Abdullah Saadi said Yemen's stability is no longer a domestic issue but a shared regional and international interest. He said the Houthi militia remains the primary cause of the conflict, accusing it of destroying state institutions, deepening the humanitarian crisis, and threatening regional and international security, including maritime routes. Saadi told the Council that recent security measures, including the handover of military camps in liberated areas, were carried out under legal and humanitarian standards to restore order and prevent instability. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to human rights, support for United Nations-led prisoner talks, and inclusive political dialogue, including efforts to address the southern issue through Saudi-sponsored dialogue. Yemen urged the international community to support these steps as a foundation for just and sustainable peace.
Governor of Hadramaut and head of the Security Committee, Salim Al-Khambashi, has directed all military and security units to prevent the carrying of weapons in public places and inside government and private facilities. The directive limits the carrying of weapons to military and security personnel only, under official licenses and in accordance with the law. The move follows the launch of a military and security campaign carried out by the Shield of the Nation forces under the governor's instructions, aimed at enhancing security, maintaining public order, and preserving civil peace. Governor Al-Khambashi praised the campaign's success on its first day, calling on citizens and relevant entities to cooperate with security forces to strengthen stability and combat organized crime. In a related development, the governor reviewed security measures at Al-Rayyan International Airport, following recent incidents in the governorate. He was briefed by the airport security commander on steps taken to protect facilities, recover equipment, and restore full operational readiness, stressing the airport's strategic importance and the need to hold accountable those responsible for any violations.
The Republic of Yemen took part today in a meeting of permanent representatives to the League of Arab States with the Chinese counterparts held in Beijing as part of preparations for the second Arab-Chinese summit scheduled for mid-June. Yemen was represented by a delegation headed by the Charge d'Affaires of Yemen's permanent mission to the Arab League Ambassador Ali Musa. The meeting discussed issues of mutual interest and ways to deepen Arab-Chinese relations, as well as mechanisms to enhance political, economic, and development cooperation. In Yemen's statement, Ambassador Musa highlighted the long-standing relations with China, expressing interest in expanding cooperation, particularly in reconstruction, infrastructure, and energy. He reaffirmed Yemen's desire to strengthen engagement with the Belt and Road Initiative and valued China's support for Yemen's unity and its backing of the Presidential Leadership Council and government efforts to restore state institutions. Arab delegations underscored the importance of holding the Arab-Chinese summit on schedule, describing it as a strategic platform for coordination, including on the Palestinian issue.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned Israel that the matter could be referred to the International Court of Justice if laws targeting the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, are not repealed. In a letter sent this month to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Guterres said the United Nations cannot remain indifferent to actions taken by Israel that directly contradicted its obligations under international law, calling for the measures to be reserved without delay. He also demanded the return of UNRWA assets and properties seized by Israeli authorities. Israeli authorities last month took control of UNRWA premises in East Jerusalem and Monday notified the agency of plans to cut electricity and water supplies to its buildings in the city. For continuous updates, stay with Saba Satellite Channel. Thank you for watching and have a good time.